welcome to my channel. My name is Georgia for those of you who are new, and to my regular subscribers, welcome back. So as you can tell from the title, today we are gonna do a recap and a review of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4 episode 10, titled Destined For A Storm. But before we get into the episode, did y'all hear about the altercation over the weekend? On Saturday when episode 10 was coming on, if you haven't heard, there are a ton of videos on YouTube regarding about what happened. So I'm going to link a good one below, but just a quick summary. It was the day of filming, and I believe it was Destiny's relaunch of her Madani store, and with that I believe they also had Miss Wanda's food truck also set up in the parking lot. And girl, some stuff went down where Melody was on live and you see her running with the phone, and I think we got a quick glimpse of Marsau. I don't know if he was restraining Martell from the back like he usually does, or they got into it, but I think I saw when Martell turned around, and that's when the video ended. So I'm gonna find a YouTube video on here where someone did a review about it, and I'm gonna post it below so you could go watch for yourself. So I'm guessing in one of the upcoming episodes, towards probably the finale, that's when we're gonna see this explosion happening. But anyway, let's get into this video. Oh, before I go on, girl, get yourself a headband wig. It will save your life. I got this one from Amazon. I also did a review on it. Quick throw on, put a headband any color on, and you are good to go. All right, let's get into the episode. So when we left off, we were still at Jalen's housewarming, and we had it where Miss Wanda was saying what she had to say and trying to, you know, do an exit, do a walkout, and calling people bees. And Kimmi was like, nope, that's not what we're doing in here. Jalen was like, don't be talking to my mama like that. And that's where the episode ended. So we pick up back with Miss Wanda walking back towards Kimmi and Melody as they were sitting on the table. And words were exchanged, but it didn't get heated because, again, Kimmi is, I'm telling you, Kimmi got a gift to read people down and calm them down and let them understand that this is how it is, girl. I'm telling you the truth. It may be bitter, but you're going to hear it. So Kimmi was able to calm the whole situation down and send Miss Wanda on her way. So that was the gist of it. Nothing really came of it. Then we have where Marsau took Maurice to the side, I think like on the upper level or whatever, to have a conversation with him. And in a nutshell, he tells Maurice that, listen, the person who is bringing all of these rumors into our household is Miss Wanda, and she should be the one to be trying to help us, you know, with our marriage and say, but she's destroying. And he's like, I already know how to handle her, but I'm not gonna allow her to continue doing so. He's like, I'm about to invest damn near $20,000 into a business for her to help her, and she's coming back at us with these rumors and you know what people are saying in social media or whatever, and trying to break up my household. He's like, I have my children looking up to me and I can't be having it. So he's talking to Maurice about that. I'm sure he's gonna have the conversation with Letitia regarding that. But they left that on there. And then Maurice told him, listen, we're about to go on this trip to the ATL. Make sure you have a conversation with Tisha regarding this trip. He's like, we don't want anything to pop off similar to what happened regarding the last trip and the photo you posted. So make sure you have a conversation with Tisha regarding this trip. And Maurice told him basically, listen, ain't nothing to worry about. I'm going down here to also view locations for another Black Cigar Lounge opening. We want to expand, and we may consider expanding down there. So this is also a business trip for me. But outside of that, don't worry about it. Tisha not tripping. She be all right. I don't really need to talk to her. So and he's telling Maurice, and Maurice, I believe, is the older brother. He's like, I've known you my whole life, and I could tell by your eyes. I'm like, I'm looking in your eyes, and I could tell there's something up, but I'm letting you know, don't worry about it. So they must know what they're talking about. All right. So now we have Melody and mom. Her mom came to visit Melody at home, and we see Melody like packing orders. She tells us that she's getting ready for her rebrand relaunch of her skincare line. Because as you remember, she was just about to launch that skincare line when her and Marsau got the Martell, when her and Martell were going through their situation, and she's like, you know what, put brakes on everything. I'm not launching this business because you're not going to be a part of it. I think this was in season 2. But she had put a stop on everything. She had a different name for it. She even had a launch party. I think she had a launch party for the skincare line. But then she put the brakes on everything just to get through this breakup, get through the divorce. And now she's relaunching, rebranding, and presenting to us. And as you guys know, if you follow her on social media, you know that she's doing really, really well with the skincare line. So her mom came over. And they were like talking about how everything, her mom told her that I'm proud of you for moving forward with this and not putting it on the back burner and actually going through with it. And then she asked her mom, so what do you think of the photos? So we have a photo with Melody relaxing in a milk bath, but we also have one of her also serving up the skincare line on a gold-plated tray. However, in that picture, she has on like a one-piece bathing suit, but she's showing some thigh meat and a little hiney, as her mother say. So her mom was like, well, the first milk bath picture I don't have a problem with it because you're in the bath. But however, I'm seeing a lot of skin in the next one. And to Melody's point, which she's right, she's like, I'm selling skincare, so of course I have to show what I'm selling and that it works. So, you know, she's like, this curvy body makes me my money, so therefore I'm gonna do what I have to do to sell my products. But as I said, from following her on social media, they're selling very well. So and the picture is not anything raunchy or anything. It's very tasteful. You know, it's something that you would expect to see if you're presenting an item. The fact that it's actually working. So we leave them there. She tells her mom, no, we didn't leave them there yet. She tells her mom that with this relaunch and rebranding and everything, she's also changing her last name. She's dropping the whole name. But I think it's just for entertainment purposes. I'm not sure. But she's like, I'm doing my name as well. And as we know now, she wants to be called Melody Cherie. So like I said, I think it's just only for entertainment purposes. But that's where we left the two ladies just, you know, catching up and stuff and all of that. So now we have Tiffany and Kimmi, and they're meeting for lunch. And Tiffany tells, you know, she tells Kimmi that was a nice party for Jalen's housewarming. However, she had to leave early. The kids didn't win the soccer game. Their team lost. But it was still good to go. So she asked Kimmi, what's new with you? And Kimmi let her and us know that she has taken her exam. I already know that she was a real estate agent. So she has taken and passed her exam for brokers. Congratulations, Kimmi. So she is a real estate broker. And her and Maurice has launched a brokerage firm. So, hey, they're moving on up. They're getting the big bucks now. When they were splitting commissions 50-50 with the broker, they don't have to do that no more. Whatever comes into the brokerage, that's for them. So do your thing, Kimmi and Maurice. And Tiffany tells Kimmi that her husband is complaining that she's not making enough time for him, but that they had made an agreement that they were going to put their heads down for the next 4 years, take this family from one level of income to another. And as we know, Tiffany already told us that she likes money. In a roundabout way, she likes money. She wants to live comfortable. And who doesn't? So because of that, she's working a lot. And her husband is saying that she's not making enough time for her. However, she's asking for another baby. And Lois is like, you know, how you going to make time for a baby when you can't even make time for me and you? And Kimmi kind of agree with him. She's like, you know, if you're finding all this time to put this energy elsewhere, putting in your husband, that way that he could feel that he's confident in having another child with you. So they went with that. Tiffany also told Kimmi that her and Melody are getting ready to go to Eutaw, Alabama, to go look for her father and just get into her roots and stuff. And she was wondering if she should make it a girls trip. And Kimmi was like, you know what? I really don't like girls trips. I think they connected on that level where they both agreed that, listen, it's not fun to go on girls trip, girls by themselves, because girls seems to always be clashing. And she was like, I'd rather have my hubby there or the guys there or whatever, but I honestly don't like girls trip. So I think it's just gonna be Melody and Tiffany going. I think she was trying to make it into a girls trip, but it's not given, because Destiny was like, what the heck is in Eutaw? And here we go, Kimmi saying she don't like girls trip. And I think those were the four that would have gone. It would have been Destiny, Kimmi, Melody, and Tiffany. And being that Destiny and Melody are not on the same page right now, it's just best that they don't. So I think it's just Melody and Tiffany who are going to go on that trip. We'll find out later on. Now, this is the scene that made this episode for me. This is the scene. When I saw Martell get on FaceTime and he let us know that he is working with a tutor in order to get his builder's license. I swear I heard the angels sing. I'm telling you, I heard, oh, because I'm like, finally. Finally. I know most people who watch the show is bashing Martell and, you know, is hoping for his downfall. But honestly, even though he and Melody are going through what they're going through, I still want to see the guy win, because he's a likable guy and I see that he loves his family and I just want to see him do well. So when he said he's working with a tutor and the tutor explained to him, you know, this strategic way that she's going to teach him how to pass the exam, I was like, yes, Martell, finally you're going to do it. Of course, at the end, he was like, oh my God, another exam. You could see that he's having anxiety. So I'm guessing he's concerned about not doing well. But if she tutors him well, he will pass it. And she promised that he will pass. So I am so looking forward to the episode where Martell is going to hold up that license or that certificate and let us know that he passed. Because when he has that, no stopping him. He is going to go forward and he's going to go fast. And I'm just happy that he's going to be okay for him and his kids. He tells us about a plan and the camera goes to it, but it was kind of blurry, that he has a mock-up of a house that he wants, or the architectural plan of a house that he wants to build. And with his builder's license, is going to help him out a lot. This is also something that he could pass down to his kids. You know, if they choose to later on get into the field, and we all know real estate is the way to go. If they choose to get into the field later on, he have that under his belt in order to be able to teach them and help them and get them into business and just make the family grow and just make it. Oh, I'm just looking forward to Martell telling us that he passed the exam. All right, so he talked to the tutor for a little while, planned to meet up the following weekend, and then we left Martell there. Now we are at the relaunch party. And we see Melody. Well, first of all, we see Kimmi and Tiffany having a conversation. Then we see Stormy join them and talk about what happened at Jalen's event. The fact that she couldn't really, you know, have a conversation with Destiny because of the way things are going. But she's still willing to try again. So hopefully that will come, because she's like, I really have no problem with the girl. And I kind of like her. So maybe they'll come together and actually do something together. Like I said, they're both in the industry. Hopefully the two ladies will come together and coexist. But now here we go. After they were there talking a little while, here comes Kiki, and I'm guessing Kiki was dead intent on getting her camera time in this episode, because Kiki like, hey Stormy, and Stormy, I don't know what the heck Stormy was doing. She's like, do you remember me? And she goes in and she gives Stormy a hug, backs up. And Kiki's like, I think we gotta talk, because I hear there was a lot to say about what we talked about at the Christmas party. And Stormy start doing this dance or whatever. She's just trying to get away from Kiki. She's trying her best to just move away from Kiki. But Kiki was like, was that dry shade? Cause I don't know, what was that dry shade? And she's talking to Tiffany. Tiffany's like, She's drinking her juice. I ain't got nothing to say, whatever. So finally, Kimmi took her on. She's like, I guess I gotta handle this again. So Kimmi took her on and she's like, well, we had a different mood. Somehow the mood changed in this event. I wonder what happened. And Kimmi was like, I guess I blew in. So I don't, by this time, Stormy was sitting down because her feet was hurting her. Kiki was saying all this stuff in the air, and then the camera pans over and we find like Stormy is sitting just a foot or two away from her. But Stormy is not engaging. She's not engaging. She goes into confessional and she tells us, listen, I'm not here for Kiki. And the reason is because I see how she is doing her family, who is Letitia, the way she did her at the Christmas party. And if you're going to do that to family, who am I for you not to do the same thing or worse to me? And I don't rock like that. You know how Stormy thought, I don't rock like that. So Stormy is like, girl, I ain't here for you. Kiki still try to engage Stormy. Stormy's like, girl, it'll be all right. She's like, I feel away or something to that effect. She's like, you do? It'll be all right. I was enjoying that whole scene. Stormy is coming with the positive attitude. She could have made it go left. She could have given Kiki the camera time that she was looking for. But Stormy is like, no, girl, I am not here for it. I am all about positive energy. And I like that. Keep it that way, Stormy. Don't go in there. Don't let them pull it out of you, girl. Only if you have to go there, you go there. But it wasn't even worth all that. So, okay. So Melody came in. She gave her speech. Her mom introduced her to the crowd. I saw Dr. Heavenly in the crowd from Married to Medicine. I saw some other people in the crowd that were invited that I recognized. Can't say their name, but can't remember their names. But it was nice to see Dr. Heavenly in the crowd. And Dr. Heavenly did tell us that her and Melody are friends. So Melody's mom introduced her. Melody let us know what the products were and whatever. She had some demonstrations. She had one young lady do the face wash. She had another, and it shows where it helped take the makeup off. She had another young lady get into the milk bath. So she did a real demonstration, which is what you're supposed to do. So then after that, Melody goes over to her. You know, the kids were there looking really cute. Let's wear her little flouncy dress. She looks so cute. Sugar mama. All the kids were there. Melody, introduced them to them and let us know that they were so patient with her for having, making the time for her to do what she has to do and all that. And it's good for kids to see you in this environment. I'm sure they're proud of their mom. So now after that, Melody goes over to the ladies and she could also feel that the energy was off. So after she greeted them and hugged them and everything, she was like, listen, where's the positive energy? Where's the positive attitude? If this is like the Galentine's event, this is not the place for it. So she said what she had to say and went to go greet her other guests. So now again, Kiki's like, all right, let me try again. So Kiki says to Kimmi, Kimmi, can I have a conversation with you? So Kimmi is funny. I'm hot, y'all. Wait. The lights, and it's a hot day. Oh my God. And I have to close my windows. The kids are outside playing. So Kimmi says to Kiki, she's like, is it mandatory? Holy shit. So Kiki's like, not mandatory, but it would be appreciated. So Kimmy's like, all right, let's go outside because this is not the place for it. And then she goes in a confession. She's like, oh my God, what now? All I did was come buy some lotion, and now I'm in a whole conversation. She's like, but anyway, since it has to happen, let's go. So she goes outside and she's having a conversation with Kiki regarding the same party, about what was said, who said what. It's stuff they already know. It's no big deal, blah, 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 blah. So Kimmi was like, do you think that was the right company to be having that conversation? It all matters about the company where you had the conversation, which is right. So she thought about it for a second, and then she came back with it. She's like, well, it's stuff that was already said. That whole conversation to me after a while got so confusing. Like I was just, I was gone. And I'm like, when is this going to be over? And I'm sure that's the way Kimmi felt. Kimmi was like, listen, I already told you that this wasn't worth discussing. If you're curious to what was said, or you're still trying to debate what you said, who you said it to, and what, we could roll back the tape because everything is on camera. Hey, and of course, they roll back the tape to what Kiki was saying. So like Kimmi was like, you know what? I'm over this. And she was like, I'm gonna go inside and just go enjoy the party. So Kimmi kind of dressed her down. I can't remember detail because like I said, after a while it was just too much. And dressed her down, let her know about herself, left her with something to think about, and then went back to the party. So that was Kimmi's and Kiki's conversation. I don't know who Kiki's gonna have a conversation with next. I'm guessing she's gonna try and have a conversation with Tisha again, because they really haven't talked. Yes, they did talk about this situation, but I don't know. We'll see who Kiki talks to again about this. Let me see what else happened at the party. Yeah, that was the gist of the party. So now a couple of days later we have couples date. They have date night and they're doing the couples. We have Tisha and Marsau, and we have Kimmi and Maurice. They're meeting up for dinner. I've never seen Marsau so vocal in any discussion, but apparently now it's really getting to him what's going on, because as he said, you know, his household is being messed with. He's like, I had grace for Miss Wanda because she's family. I have grace for Martell because he's a longtime friend. However, I don't have grace for anybody else, meaning Kiki. And you remember how he did Louis when Louis came to Black Cigar Lounge, and he told Louis, you don't know me, you know of me. I said, Jesus Christ, Marsau really has a way of telling people off. So like I said, he says he has grace for Miss Wanda because she's family. He has grace for Martell because he's a longtime friend. But here comes Kiki now doing what she's doing. So I think Kimmi wanted an explanation about, you know, why is Kiki still coming, or the whole situation. So he was like, Kiki had a conversation with Melody about Letitia and I. Then she spun that conversation to say that her and Tisha had a conversation about our marriage, and that is not the way it went. So he's like, anybody else come from my family, I'm going hard. So we know, be careful going forward if you go say anything about Marsau and his family, and you cannot blame the man. To his point, a father's or a man's job is to protect and provide for his family. And if people are trying to break up his family, then he is going to make sure that he does what he needs to do to protect them all. So all gloves are off as far as Marsau is concerned. If you want to bring it, because he is not about to let you break up his marriage. So that was the gist of Marsau's whole sentence. He had a lot to say, like I said. Tisha didn't have to talk very much because Marsau took over the whole conversation at dinner. Now, Kimmi, which I like Kimmi addresses things as soon as they happen to make sure that no back and forth or no message get mixed up in it. She lets Tisha know that, listen, at Melody's event, I saw Kiki. This is what transpired. I tell her I'm trying to get back in a good place with you, and I am not about to tear you down. Not because you and I have a disagreement. We're not going to take it left where I'm going to be tearing you down every chance I get. So she let Tisha know that was what happened. You could see the look on Tisha's face that she was pleased. And she says, or did she say she had plans to have a conversation with Kiki? Or no, she said, I'm very disappointed in Kiki. So who knows what is going to go forward. So that is where the episode ended. We show preview of the next episode where we have Marsau going to, I think Miss Wanda is having like a launch party, but she's doing it in Bessemer near her family, and because of that, Marsau and Tisha needs to travel from Huntsville to Bessemer to go to the party. And remember, this is where Miss Wanda is from, this is where Tisha is from, this is where the family is from. So from the preview that we see the entire family coming at Marsau. And God, Tisha, you got a lot of relatives, cousins, sisters, brothers. They're all coming at Marsau at once. And you just see Marsau eye open up like, oh my God. I hope he could get let's see how strong Marsau is to see how he stand up to these people in the next episode. So we see that coming up. And what else? I think we also see where Melody and Tiffany travel to Eutaw and go try and find the roots to her family. And there's some other things that happened that I don't remember. But that was the gist of the episode. Kiki really is trying to hang on. I need to know what the heck Letitia and Marsau told the Holtz about Kiki, because she is holding on to that. Is it really that bad? I think they said it's out there what happened, and I can't find it. I Googled it. I went looking. I can't find it. I guess I didn't look hard enough. But I need to know if it was really, really that bad, because according to Marsau, if they did not tell Mel and Martel about Kiki and her situation, it would have put them in a position where they might have lost their friendship, or would have been looked at like you're not a good friend or whatever. But I don't know what was said. I can't imagine what was so bad that they needed to tell. All right, guys. So that is my recap and my review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 10, titled Destined for a Storm. I hope you've liked my review. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you wish. If you know what Kiki did or what Tisha and them had to tell Martel and Melody, leave it in the comments so you could help out the other viewers to find out. If I do find it, I'll put it down there myself. And remember about the altercation that happened recently. Remember to go down and click on that link to watch another YouTuber's review. I'm not sure whose I'm gonna put yet, but I'll find somebody's and put it there. And as always, I thank you for watching. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.